Hey, welcome to Love Them Knives. You know, I like steel wheel knives. I'm trying to find my words now. I like steel wheel knives. I did a video on the Apostate, and I can't remember if I've done any of the others. And I wasn't necessarily all that attracted to a lot of the designs that they have out there. But when I saw the Cutjack, I like this. I like this design. Really do. It's a flipper, and some of the steel wheel knives are not flipper. And they're kind of big, heavy, and I don't really like the design that well. But I do of this. And I guess I wasn't Johnny on the spot getting one of these, which I really should have been. But here it is finally. And this one is really a budget knife. It's like, I don't know, 40 bucks, 42 bucks. You know, retail cost. D2 steel. It says D2 right there on the blade. Cutjack C22. This is a 3.5-inch blade. So this is like their full-size Cutjack. They've got a smaller model available with a 3-inch blade instead of 3.5. And then look at the pocket clip. 3 screws. Man, they're going to make sure that stays on, aren't they? Check the other side. Yep, we can flip it. So we can go left or right hand. Tip up. Liner lock. What's the lockup? About 25-30% in there somewhere. Got bearings. This one's made in China. Okay. So, you know, steel wheel, they make some of their knives in China, some of them in Italy, etc., etc. This one's made in China. Really good action on it. Like it a lot. You know, you got this front choil, which is nice and convenient. Jimping on the back of the blade. Not huge, heavy blade stock, but, you know, with this kind of grind, slicing, even piercing, you got some material up here. So really, I like the grind. I like the overall design of this knife. It's just a good looking knife. Look at that G10. I mean, it's really a glass-filled nylon, you know, stuff. Reinforced. It reminds me a lot of the Spyderco, you know, like Delica and Endura, you know, those standard type GFN handles or FRN handles. But, you know, talk about, you can take a tumble, knife drop out of your pocket or whatever on the ground here and there. Pretty rough and tough, not going to mark up. So that's nice. This flipper tab's not overwhelmingly tall or obtuse this way either. Got just a little bit of jimping on the top there. See that? You can see the bearings down there a little bit. Yeah, you've got this in here for support. You got this back spacer in here for support. These screws holding it in. So you got that same kind of material for a back spacer. And then an integrated lanyard hole. So you can put a lanyard in it. So how big an old knife is this? Well, let's take the Mannix out. The Mannix is 8 inches overall. Like not quite 3.5-inch blade. So it's bigger than the Mannix. Doesn't look a lot bigger than the Mannix, does it? There you go. It is, though. Not a whole lot. Wow. No, not a whole lot. Let me get this down here and take out Big Yella. Yeah, 3.5. Depending on where you want to measure it. 3.5 there. And just a skosh over 8 overall. Ooh, so really, I think the Mannix handle might be a little bit longer because the Mannix is 8 overall. So these are almost the identical same length. But this blade at 3.5 is just a tad longer than the Mannix. The Mannix is like 3 3/8, so they're really close to the same size. Really close to the same size, which is a great EDC size. Yeah. Light and lively too, isn't it? Hold on, let me do a couple of things. Let's check the thickness of the blade stock here, just for fun. 0.113 of an inch, which is not quite 3 millimeter thick blade stock, but that's adequate for what we're trying to do here. About 3. Overall millimeters thick is 11.25, which is 0.44 of an inch. So it's fairly slender blade stock. Well, standard blade stock. And fairly slender handle. So easy to grab and go. Liner lock is easy to disengage. Look at the pass through here. So you can get your thumb on it. It's got this texturing here, jimping on it. So can you do that? Yes, you can. Check this out as well. So up here, you have a steel liner on top, and it's skeletonized out. So you got reinforcement there, and of course on the bottom, you've got the steel liner lock, and it's kind of got a little cutaway in there too, that little round hole. So, you know, it lightens it up. Even though you're using some steel in here, which you've kind of, you know, see, put inside this, so it's not like you can't see the steel liner along here, the top ridge, but they're in there. So it makes it light, but it makes it pretty strong. This blade doesn't exactly just like drop, although I'm wondering if that may be a little tight. Although, you know, really, these things usually get smoother with time. And I haven't put any lube in there. I haven't tried to adjust the pivot. I haven't tried to do anything. This is just like out of the box the way it is. And still, it works. It really does. It's fine. Feels good in the hand. No hot spot from the pocket clip, actually. Pocket clip looks pretty functional. I hate it when the pocket clip, when the end of the clip sticks right up like that, because it does present a hot spot. But you can see how it's folded over. It's going up and then it levels out. So that's nice because it still leaves room to get over the lip of your pocket, but prevents it from being a hot spot when you have it in your hand. It's really comfortable. Wow. I know there's other reviews on this knife out there, but I'm telling you, I just wanted to get my hands on one because really an affordable carry knife with D2 steel. And let's see if it's sharp out of the box. What do you think? Yes, it is. So D2 steel, sharp out of the box. Let's give her a shot and see if I could cut a piece of paper. Yeah, just like that. So, yeah. Whew, nice. Nice. If you want to get one of these, well, they're all over online. Let me see if I got a piece of paper on it like this. Steel Will, Cutjack, Blade HQ. I do them a lot because I like the way they list their stats on here. Not because I got any kind of deal with them. I bought a couple knives from Blade HQ though. $42.99 their price. You can look around, just type in Steel Will, Cutjack, and you could maybe even put in the model number if that's the specific one you want and see who's got the best price. There's all kinds of, you know, GT knives and Knife Center and Knives Plus and all that kind of stuff. In any case, 8 inches overall, which I thought it was just a bit over, but no, it was right at 8. You're right. It was the length of the Mannix blade was under 3.5. This is 3.5. And there you go. Blade thickness, D2 steel drop point, flat grind, and handle length, and 3.71 ounces. Pretty light. It's under 4. FRN handle. Well, I was saying G10 at first, and then I kind of saw me do my U-turn on that one. It's like, that's kind of like. Yeah, it is good ergonomics there, what they're saying here. And of course, a reversible pocket clip, and it gives you their model number. And it's made in China. This one's made in China, right? And this one is the Cutjack with a blue handle, which is G10. And, you know, this is that one with the M390 blade. So this is muy more expensivo, M390. Okay, this is made in Italy here. This is not made in China. So this is a little bit different knife. You've got these liners that stick out, these steel liners that come all the way out. It feels a little heavier. I mean, this is actually a smaller knife. This is a 3-inch blade. This is a 3.5. So you got the Cutjack. You can get it in a 3.5-inch blade. In fact, I'm going to get one in a 3.5-inch blade. I got one pending. In any case, so I got this 3-inch one just for comparison purposes, and also because I think it's a really slick knife. I just wanted to check it out, what it was like, the Italian version with the M390. But so this is fairly inexpensive. This is like a $140 knife. This is a $40 knife. So big difference there. Although D2, good quality steel, nice grind on the blade. So is this. It better be for $140 something. But you know, this knife really reminds me a lot of a nice quality Spyderco. And their nice quality, like paramilitary and stuff, they're in the $140, $150 range. And they don't have M390 steel. So, yeah, pretty slick. In any case, Cutjack. This one, yeah, the FRN handle, yeah, the D2 blade, but still, and made in China, not quite as nice overall. Doesn't feel as, but this is more like the Endura, you know, Spyderco thing, as compared to, you know, when you get to the M390 Cutjack, then it's more like you're comparing it with military, para, or whatever. So yeah, I mean, they're climbing the scale there. Interesting what they're doing, really ergonomic, light in the hand. Of course, we never did weigh it yet, did we? Yeah, 3.8. You can't decide. It's going to sit here and, good Lord Almighty, 106 grams. Have we decided? 3.7? 3.8? Don't know. It's light. And especially for its size. 8 inches overall, perfect EDC size, easy to go in the pocket, left or right hand carry, tip up, good action, good steel, good quality for the price you get it in this box. Slide out the inside, right? Steel wheel knives, pop it open. Inside, it comes in this little bubble pouch. And you get this stuff too. So this tells you the model number. It's the Cutjack and the inspection date on it. That's what you get there. There you go. Certificate of authenticity. Right there. And your additional paperwork, steel wheel, urban series, you know, that kind of thing. Cool. I like it. I think it was folded the other way. Just like that. So yeah, you get some paperwork, you get a pouch. I mean, it's handy. You get an inner box. You get an outer box. Hey, not bad. Not bad for $42. Right here, FRN black, model number D2. Steel wheel. And I think if you want, then you will. Because steel will. This one's a good one. I just really like it. What a usable, carryable knife. Then you're gonna find yourself going, I don't want to tote all my expensive, really nice ones around with me today. This will be the one you'll pick up. You know, I mean, It's really good steel, really good quality, and you don't cry if it, slides across the rough surface, and because this ain't gonna scratch up very easy. So you can really kind of rough up some knives, but this kind of material, pretty tough and durable, but very light, even though you got a full 3.5-inch blade, and you could choke up. That'll be a dream to sharpen. Look at that choil here. I mean, I could just imagine this will not be a problem there at all either. So wow, liking it, really am. I haven't watched all the other reviews on this, or that many of them, but from what I can remember, it was pretty well liked, and I understand why. Yeah, I like this design. I like this whole deal. Thanks for joining me. Hey, subscribe if you'd like. When we have giveaways, then you can win because you're a subscriber. And it keeps you up on what crazy new stuff we're doing. Pocket dumps, giveaways, table sales, crazy things like that. Always something going on around here. Yes, there is, because you know what we do. We love them knives, so stay sharp.